Okay, so for the second topic in this week's episode of In Bed with the Seduction Expert, another great question about how to deal with an ex. Let me pull this one up. And again, I'm going to keep the name anonymous, but if you're watching this, you know who you are. He is asking, oh, he's so cute. Hey, Seduction Expert, how are you? This is so-and-so from such and such, a very crazy fan of yours. Please make a video or any suggestions on how to forget someone and make her regret dumping you, please. It's important. Waiting for your response. So I kind of touched on that a little bit in the last answer, so if you didn't catch that, if you're watching this on IGTV, go back to yesterday and watch that, or the previous episode. And if you're watching this on Patreon, because you've become a patron of mine, you will have already heard this a little bit, but I'm going to dive deeper into it because something that he said that really struck me is make her regret dumping you, right? So we kind of already talked about how to forget someone. Just know that there's other people out there, and every person that you come across is there to help you understand something about yourself no matter what. So even if it doesn't work out, if you get dumped again, or if there's just no level of interest, never forget that every time we experience something challenging or tough, that's actually how we grow. That's how we become better people. And that's also what brings us closer to what we're actually looking for, right? So even Babe Ruth, right? He held the world record for the most home runs, but he also held the world record for the most strikeouts as well. So, you know, and everything that I'm teaching you, training you, trying to answer for you and help you understand is that dating is a really wonderful space of experimentation and experience. So, you know, how to forget someone, be grateful for the experience, to really step back and see what sort of lesson you learned. Was there something that, you know, maybe you could have done better? Was there maybe a signal that she was just not going to be the right person for you from the beginning? So maybe moving forward, when you hear that same thing, you know, okay, wait a minute, I already know that's something that's not going to work out for me, so I'm not going to even bother dating this person because I don't want to repeat the same patterns. And then just have an abundance mindset. There's so many wonderful people in the world, wonderful, amazing single people who are just as excited about finding love as you are. So never underestimate how many people are out there. And if you didn't catch episode 1 of In Bed with the Seduction Expert, go watch it right now, because I have a little skit all about attitude, which is probably the most seductive quality you can possibly have. So definitely go catch that. So how to forget someone, just cover that. And then how to make her regret dumping you. Gosh. Isn't that always such a funny thing, right? We feel rejected. We feel hurt. We're experiencing pain. How dare that person do this to me? It's not fair. I want to make them feel really bad about it. How? How can I do that? Well, there's the dirty way, which I will tell you because, you know, you have choices in life around how you want to react to things, and then I'll show you the higher way. So the dirty way is to make her jealous, right? To, you know, maybe flirt with some of her friends, flirt with her sister, go around, you know, just being a really all-around awesome guy that everybody's talking about and super excited about, so that when she hears about it, you know, she gets jealous. She says, oh, you know, he used to like me. I'm going to get him back. I'm going to think about him in a different way. Which it works. It does work. You know, I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but if someone had been remotely interested in you, jealousy can be a very powerful tool. But the catch of it is that if that person really didn't care about you, dumped you for a reason, really could care less about what's going on with you, then those actions are meaningless and can almost backfire on you and make you look silly, because it shows that you still care about what that person thinks about you, right? I mean, if someone dumped you, honestly, like the most basic answer to all of these X questions is that they dumped you. So be done with them. If you're not a good fit, if they didn't like you for whatever reason, they said no. So be done with them. However, it's much easier said than done. Much easier said than done. So yes, of course, sometimes after we break up with people, we're still carrying a lot of emotion. So jealousy could work or it could backfire. That's like the dirty way. The clean way is kind of similar, but it doesn't revolve around what that person thinks about you, right? So the dirty way is all about what's going on in that person's space, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and how my actions are going to influence what's happening in their space. Versus the clean way is just go out and live your best life. Go out and actually be that awesome person. Go out and show yourself and the world how amazing life could be if someone were to say yes to you as a partner. That you're fun to be with, that you're generous, that you're kind, that you're successful, that you're ambitious, that you're a great lover. Be the best that you can possibly be, right? Not comparing yourself to someone else. Well, if only I had this, if only I had that. No, you become the best version of yourself so that if your ex happens to look you up or be curious about you or hear about you through the grapevine, she will hear, wow, so-and-so, is doing really great at his job. So-and-so just bought a house. So-and-so just won the Nobel Prize. I mean, the sky is the limit as far as how amazing your best self could be. But that's how you make, A, your ex regret leaving you, right? Because you're this awesome person that they really missed out on having a great opportunity with. But then B, you're just being your best self. So how can you not attract awesome people to you? That's how that also works, is that when you're being your best self, you cannot help but attract people who are being their best. And this is why I really encourage you guys to pay attention to your attitude, to pay attention to your first impression, because at the very beginnings of relationships, we're planting seeds, right? This is a whole new field. This is a whole brand new opportunity to create something totally new. And I feel like that's kind of missing in dating perception, is that this is a new opportunity to have a whole new experience that you get to choose through your attitudes, through your actions, through the space that you create someone to be, through your listening. So in my Seduction Skill Set full course, I have a whole module about how to pick your ideal partner so that you're less likely to break up because you're already clear on who you're looking for and what situation you want to create, so that you're not dating the wrong people right off. You're not dating the wrong people anymore. So you go out and live your best life so that you can, yes, make your ex regret it, and then also just be the best. That's our whole purpose in life, is to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. So I really give you a lot of credit if you're watching this video, because that means that you are on the journey to be your best version of yourself. So that's also very sexy and seductive. The right kind of women will be very appreciative and turned on by your willingness to better yourself, right? Nobody wants somebody who wants to stay stuck in the past. No. And if you are watching this on IGTV, you can use the book button in my bio to schedule a 15-minute conversation with me. So if you have questions about any of the things that we covered or anything else dating or relationship related, go ahead and book that time with me. And again, if you're watching this on IGTV, you can also send me a private message if you want me to answer something for you on next week's episode. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you in my bed. And until next time.